What's up, Donkey? My name is NH Your Lounge Show, and welcome back to another DreamWorks review leading up to Forgotten Island. And maybe tomorrow night, I will definitely do my thought on D23 video, which might come like tomorrow or Tuesday, but I don't know because I still need to talk about more D23 content. That proves my point. Anyway, guys, so today I am doing a movie review to one of my favorite movie from my second favorite movie from 2001, behind with the first Lord of the Rings movie called The Friendship of the Rings. But in my opinion, Shrek is my favorite animated film of 2001. So I am doing a movie review on the first Shrek movie. Came out of the same year when I was born. So, no further ado, let's get to it. So, Shrek is a 2001 American animated fantasy comedy film, and this film is directed by Andrew and Vicky. And this film is written by Ted and Terry and even Joe and Roger. And it is based on the 1990 children's picture book of the same name by William. And this is the first installment in the Shrek film series. And this film got Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz as the human version of Princess Fiona. And of course, John as Lloyd Farquaad. So, let's continue. So, ever since this movie came out, this film was a golden phenomenon. Do you hear me? This film was a golden phenomenon. So this movie got an 89% for the critic, and this film got a 90% for the audience. And however, this film got a 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb, and this film got a 84 on Megascore. Let's check the box office, because the box office for this movie is absolutely history. So the original Shrek 2001 grossed around $484.4 million to $494.3 million. And this film had a $60 million production budget. In this film, it pulled in $42.3 million due to a domestic opening weekend, and to finish the run to have one of the fourth highest grossing film of 2001. So domestically gross this film made in the US and Canada, this film got in a $267.7 million to $270.5 million. And the nationally gross this film made is $216.7 million. In the opening weekend, however, this film got in a $42.347.760 million. And of course, this film have gotten a 3.587 feet location. So yes, and of course, this film made a history to have one of the very first animated film to get winning for Best Animated Feature. The first category ever. So this film made history. Released in 2001, DreamWorks Shrek made Academy Award history at the 74 Academy Award on March 24th, 2002, which next year is going to be, I think it's going to be 25 years since this movie made history at the Academy Award, by becoming the winning of the newer category created is called Best Animated Feature. So this film got nominated for Best Adaptation Screenplay, and this film won as one of the first category that got beat Monster Inc. and Jimmy Neutron Boy's Genius, which now my boy Shrek won for Best Animated Feature. Man, screw SML Shrek. Shrek and DreamWorks is way better. And of course, this movie was a major hit at the my nostalgia hit at the re-release of this movie of the same name. So the 2001 Shrek re-released for the 25th anniversary on May 15, 2026. And this film got in a gross a milestone to have a 1.2 million in the opening weekend, across of 1.370 North America theater, because it was a limited anniversary throwback with a no production budget. This heavy nicely turned out, making it as a massive might nostalgia hit rather than a box office blockbuster or a flop. So once again, this film got in. Hold on a minute. So this film have a budget for 60 million, and of course the re-release do not have any of the budget because this movie was a re-release. So I am so glad that Shrek 2001 did a lot better re-release than what January did to Madagascar. Like, you should re-release Madagascar last year in the first place, not this year, because when you have the movie which just came out the same day as much as 28 years later, The Bone Temple, though both film was a box office boom. So yeah, without this movie, I won't be alive without this movie and without who I am. So this film came out the same year when I was born. But I was born in September 30th, 2001. So I was a little baby since this movie came out, because this movie came out on May 18, 2001, which I was not alive back then. But, however, I did watch this movie for the first time, maybe in 2002 or 2003, I don't know, ever since this film was completed back in 2001. So what do I think about the first Shrek movie? I absolutely love this film. And like I said, this has got to be one of my favorite Shrek movie, tied with Shrek 2. Because Shrek 1 and 2 are iconic masterpieces, and I will definitely do a review on Shrek 2 in a couple days. Stay tuned for that. And after that, I gotta do a rant on Shrek the Third, which I'm not excited for that. And that special intro, yeah, we're gonna get to that in a couple days. Stay tuned for that. I got a lot to say about Shrek the Third. I freaking hate that movie. Might be the worst DreamWorks movie ever. I don't know. Might be worse than Bob's Baby 2 or Kokomo movie. I don't care. So anyway, do I have any flaws I have for this movie? No, I do not. I do not have any negative I have for this movie. The rest, let's get to it. So the story of this movie is very original, right? We have never seen this type of story before. And yeah, sure, it's just like your typical generic a fairy tale movie that we saw on daily basis about princess character, the bear, Pinocchio, and three little pigs, which, yeah, honestly, we already know about these characters. But I think this movie was making fun of fairy tale, because they make fun a lot of fairy tale creatures like Pinocchio, Three Little Pig, the bear, the princess, especially for Princess Fiona. And I'll get to Princess Fiona in a minute, because I do like her human version instead of her ogre version, in my opinion. So yeah, I think the story of this movie is just really holds up after 25 years. Let's get the character, shall we? So Shrek himself is absolutely hilarious in this movie, especially for this iconic meme line said, "What are you doing in my swamp?" Oh man, Shrek, it has got to be one of my favorite performances by Mike Myers. No, not Michael Myers, Mike Myers. Yeah, it's Mike Myers, not Michael Myers. Michael Myers like to kill people, but Mike Myers, the same actor that, the same actor that he was in this movie, Austin Powell, and that's not least the Cat in the Hat 2003. Don't hurt me, guys. I enjoyed the Cat in the Hat 2003. I think that movie is so bad and it's so funny at the same time. But I still give it like a 7 out of 10. It's just a good time movie to watch with your friends and family. I don't know. So anyway, and Donkey, I like Donkey. Donkey in this movie is absolutely hilarious, especially for this line said, "I'm gonna make a waffles." Oh my goodness. Eddie Murphy, you was born to play as Donkey. Hey, Donkey. And of course, Lloyd Farquaad, such a iconic villain, such a such an amazing villain. And this has got to be one of my second favorite Shrek villain I ever seen, because my favorite Shrek villain has to be the Shrek 2 villain, which is none other than the fairy godmother. Fairy Godmother, and I'll talk about her in a couple days on my Shrek 2 review. So yeah, so I think Lloyd Farquaad is absolutely hilarious in this movie, and I know this movie came way before the Law Act, but I gotta say it, but Lloyd Farquaad is Mr. O'Hare done right. I was just saying, well, even this film have nothing to do with the Law Acts, but when you have a little character in a elimination film, they kind of remind me of Lloyd Farquaad, which who agreed that Lloyd Farquaad is way better than Mr. O'Hare, because Mr. O'Hare can go fix himself. But my favorite character of this movie has had to be Princess Fiona. I love Princess Fiona. She is so drop dead gorgeous in the human form. But her in the ogre version, it's okay. But I do prefer the human version better. In Shrek 5, I'm really hoping the human version of Princess Fiona would definitely come. Because I do really miss a human version of Princess Fiona, because we haven't seen her we haven't seen her in her in a human form ever since the second movie, all the way back in 2004, which is all the way back maybe 23 or 24 years ago, but I don't know. I don't know, time to tell. But anyway, so we haven't seen the human version of Princess Fiona since Shrek 2 back in 2004, which is 8 years ago. So I'm really hoping Shrek 5 will definitely return the human version of Princess Fiona. I am so curious what her human version is going to be in Shrek 5. And you better freaking out make her ugly. I swear to God, I'm going to be done with the Shrek movie. I mean it. So yeah, everything about her is so beautiful. Like Cameron Diaz, she did a beautiful job as Princess Fiona, and her outfit is very cute. Like her green dress really suit her character. Honestly, and the chemistry of Princess Fiona and Shrek, they both have some cute chemistry, and no wonder Princess Fiona turned into an ogre because she wanted to be with Shrek instead of being with being with Lloyd Farquaad, because Lloyd Farquaad is just held to be a king instead of giving her a true kiss. So yeah, so I really like that character art. I do like the aspect about this movie by having a true love kiss instead of kissing the guy who just really wanted to become king, which that's not how true love kiss work. So I gotta say, but Princess Fiona has got to be one of my top 5 favorite female characters in the DreamWorks movie. I won't call it a crush, actually. I already know I did say it in my World and Toronto review when I have a crush on Sia. But I don't want to be like a creep around here, so I'm just going to say my favorite female character of the DreamWorks movie, because I don't want to be a simp guy, so that's what's my point. Or else I'm going to be like Frozen and Alex all over Capine, which... Man, these two can go fuck themselves, especially for Frozen. I fucking hate him. And the animation of this movie, I really know a lot of people think the animation is outdated in this movie, but what do you expect? This movie was made in 2001, so of course this movie is outdated at the time. So I think the animation of this movie is really top notch, like the location design, the human character design, and of course Shrek himself. It looks a lot better than that god-awful animation that Shrek 5 is going to give us. And oh my god. If I see another teaser by having a gingerbread man twerking, I swear to God, I am not going to see that movie in theaters. Because I don't want a more edgy, crappy humor in my movies. And yeah, sure, this movie has some edgy humor. But honestly, I gotta say that, but this is how you do a agey humor, because this movie has some agey humor, and this movie is and this movie was I gotta say that, but this film kind of felt like this film is not for kids, because this movie has some agey humor that adult would definitely enjoy, and a kid and to get over a kid's head, especially where Shrek and Donkey was fighting over a piece of stick, and honestly, and Shrek say jackass, Oh my goodness, you say some foul language in the DreamWorks movie? And of course, you got Lloyd Farquaad showing his no-no spot under this blanket while he was staring at the picture of Princess Fiona. Man, man, no wonder people say the animation is not made for kids. I'm just getting tired that people say the animation is made for little kids. And I gotta say, when you watch this movie is edgy humor, and this is a perfect example of how you do a great edgy humor. But nope, in Shrek 5, you're gonna get like some childish jokes, some crappy edgy humor that you see in the Emoji Movie, and of course Smurf 2025, which this is why animated movie need to be safe. But not until 2027, we're gonna get Frozen 3 and Beyond Spider-Verse. Yeah, boy. Especially with Frozen 3, I'm really excited for that movie. Anyway, let's get back to topic. But yeah, honestly, this movie is definitely for kids. So don't leave your kids watch it. Or else that edgy humor would definitely get over your head, honestly. And yes, I say the word jackass, but hey, MTV called the show Jackass, so of course I would say the word. So yeah, anyway, let's get back to our presentation. So once again, the animation of this movie is very top notch, and of course the action sequence of this movie when Shrek fighting over the god and that wrestling, man, that was absolutely amazing. And the soundtrack of this movie, Shrek give us one of the best soundtrack I ever seen for a DreamWorks movie. And yeah, sure, some people think the Troll movie got some much better DreamWorks soundtrack, but yeah, you know what? It's okay. It's alright. There's some couple songs I do enjoy, and there's some couple songs that I absolutely do not like, in my opinion. So I'll get to that in my Troll review in a couple days. Stay tuned. But yeah, in my own personal opinion, I think Shrek 2001 gave us one of the best soundtrack I ever seen in the DreamWorks movie. Because the opening song of All Stars, man, that is such an iconic song. All Stars, a better day at all, put your game on and go, hey now. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely amazing. I really know I don't remember the lyrics of that song, but hey, just give me a break with you. So I think the All Stars is the best way to start of the movie. And of course, I'm the Believe It, which is the perfect way to end of the movie. And of course, they got some more soundtrack in this movie, which, let me type the soundtrack of this movie on IMDb. So, let me see, do we got here? So we got All Stars, which is the best way to open the movie. And of course, you got I'm On My Way, which that song is absolutely amazing. Very, very good song, and that's a great song. And I can go on a bus on Monday to go to Hopewell, and I can play that song called I'm On My Way. And of course, you got Stay With Me, and I'll get to Hallelujah in a minute because that's my favorite one of them. And there you go. So yeah, I think the soundtrack of this movie is absolutely amazing. But my favorite song of this movie has to be Hallelujah. This song is tied with The Next Right Thing as one of my favorite songs I ever seen, along with I Knew It and I Knew You from Toy Story 5. And of course, what other song? Oh yeah, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunter. So stay tuned for my redo top 10 best song I ever heard in my entire life. So I think Hallelujah. So I think Shrek movie is the reason why I love the song Hallelujah. And not just that, that is the perfect song for the God. I don't get why Frozen absolutely hate Hallelujah, which, yeah, you know what, frick you, because how freaking dare you that you hate a Jesus song, because that is a Christian song you're talking about, and why you hate that song, that's kind of remind me that you're not a Christian guy. So Frozen, get out of my Christian community. You don't deserve it, because after you trashed me years ago when I was keep using Hallelujah, I can use Hallelujah whenever I want. So yeah, I think Hallelujah is the perfect example of how you do a perfect God song. And ever since that, Rufus Wayway made his own cover, and that is my favorite version of that. So stay tuned for my song review of Hallelujah, and I'll tell you how good that song is. Yeah, it's pretty shocking that John Wick fans community completely forgot about that song. So I would tell them telling them about the song like Movie Nook, E Ribbon, Chase, and even John Wick fan. Why there was talk about this movie. I was saying the word hallelujah and they didn't even care about it, so at least I'm the only one talking about it. So I think hallelujah is the best aspect about this movie. And of course, the climax of this movie is absolutely top notch. Like the climax of this movie of Lloyd Farquaad getting ate by a dragon, which, very dark for a DreamWorks movie. And of course, the ending of this movie when you have Shrek and Fiona got married, and Donkey and all the character was saying, "I'm a believer," and that is the best way to end in the movie. And boom, that's your movie ending. Which that is the best ending I ever seen for a Shrek movie, tied with Shrek 2 ending. So overall, Shrek 2001 is such an iconic masterpiece, and if we don't have this movie, best animated feature category won't be the same without my boy Shrek and Donkey. So I would definitely give this movie Donkey a 10 out of 10. It's an epic, brilliant masterpiece, and of course this movie is well deserved a Donkey cinema. Hey Donkey, get out of here, SML Shrek. Get out of here and take a crap, would you? Anyway, folks, that was my movie review of Shrek 2001. So tell me, what do you think of this movie? Do you absolutely enjoy this film, or you just like some people in the news article? Saying that you think this movie's overrated, you don't understand why this movie won at the Academy Award, or do you prefer Monster Inc. better than Shrek? Which I get it. Monster Inc. is a very good movie. It's such an iconic masterpiece. It's honestly one of my top 5 favorite movies of 2001. But the main reason why I like this movie more than Monster Inc. 2, because at least this movie is a lot more funnier, just like Monster Inc. And I can like both movies. So I'm not gonna ditch Monster Inc. just for defending Shrek. Right? This is not DreamWorks DreamWorks versus Disney. I wish that trend don't exist in my book, because it shows how the original that Shrek fan base is. I mean, DreamWorks fan base is actually at this point. So that proves my point. So anyway, so what is my next? What is my next review? Oh yeah, that Spirits movie. I'll get the Spirits Unchained in a couple of days. That will be a win, and I am not excited to talk about that movie. So stay tuned for my movie review of the 2001. I'm pretty sure the movie didn't came out in 2001, isn't it? I don't know. But anyway, so stay tuned for my movie review on that Spirits movie, the first movie, not the second movie. I'll talk about the second movie in a couple of days, so oh my god, I got a lot to say about that. And after that, stay tuned for my movie review stay tuned for my movie review on Spirits. And after that, stay tuned for my movie review on a mediocre DreamWorks movie called Sinbad. Yeah, I get why that movie was a major bomb at the box office, because that movie didn't seem special to me. But at least that one female character I have a crush on, so that's proves my point. But yeah, I did say I ain't gonna have a crush on female characters. I'll do it on Instagram, but the same way I'm not using AI on my YouTube thumbnail, I cannot say crush would in my review, or else I'm gonna get called out by John Mustard High fan. I don't want to mess with him. Anyway, guys, so tell me, what do you think of this movie, and tell me what is your favorite Shrek movie? Comment below and let me know, and stay tuned for my movie review on Spirit, and stay tuned for a movie review on a mediocre DreamWorks movie called Sinbad. I got a lot to say about that. And of course, stay tuned for my movie review on Shrek 2. And after that, stay tuned for my movie review / rant on the very first bad DreamWorks movie called Shark Tale. I got a lot to say about Shark Tale. I fucking hate that movie. Anyway, guys, so just hit the subscribe button, turn notification, and share it with your whole family. And tomorrow, stay tuned for my thought video on D23. I will be talking about I Say 6. I'm not very excited for that, but I'm still going to give it a chance. Can judge it based on the cover, even though I don't like the animation. It looks absolutely cheap and amazing. And of course, I will be talking about some metal stuff. And of course, I might talk about the new trailer for Hexes. So, yeah. I don't care what these people said. I will always want to give Hexes a chance. Or else it's going to be like Stranger over again. Ew. Anyway, guys, so this is NH Studio Lounge turning off, and adios, and you gentlemen, ladies, have a great, wonderful day at the Donkey. And yeah, yep, that's my review of this movie. And this is it. Now, goodbye. See you at the Donkey. And just like Shrek said, what are you doing in my swamp?